We'll continue our media availabilities in advance of Sunday's Cheese at 355 at the Glen. We're joined now by the driver of the number 19 Stanley Toyota, Carl Edwards. Carl, during the May test, you spoke about how good the racing here traditionally was and what, the challenge the track faced in trying to preserve that through a resurfacing. Having been on the track now for the test and a practice session, what are your thoughts and expectations heading into Sunday?
Well, it's just same as we talked about the test. They did a really good job with the repave, all the curbing and everything. There are no, there are no problem spots. So it has yet to be seen how the tires will really fall off, and how the cars will run together. But the speeds are fast, and we didn't have any trouble. So I think we'll just go out here and try to qualify well, and we'll just see how the race goes. This thing, you guys have seen tons of races here. These things can go any possible way. So we really just don't know what to expect yet.
Excellent. We'll open it up for questions for Carl now. If you raise your hand, we'll get a microphone to you. We'll start with Zach, then we'll come over here to Stan.
Zach at Hansworthy Front Touch. Your last Xfinity race was here at Watkins Glen, and you got the win. Why have you stopped in the Xfinity Series? And would you, do you look at road course racing and having some more experience in the Xfinity Series? Would you be interested in going back anytime?
So I ran both series full-time for 7 years, and it got to the point when we were battling for the Cup Championship in 2011, I was running off from the Cup car to go run the Xfinity race. And I thought, man, I really need to focus on the Cup car, and so that's what I've done. But the road racing is so much fun. That's why we came back and did that in the Subway car. And I don't want to run too many Xfinity races. The cars are different enough now. I feel like it can take away more than it can benefit me. But the road courses, I'm definitely open to. These places are really fun.
We'll go over here to your right to Stan, then we'll go back to Woody in the back.
Carl, Stan Creekmore with the Racing Experts. You might not like this question.
All right.
But has there ever been a point in your career where you suffered an injury and had to think about stepping out? And what do you think about what Dale Jr. is going through at this time?
I've been pretty fortunate in my career as far as injuries and everything. I can't remember having one that really scared me. But I'll say the same thing I said when Dale made his decision to begin with. I think that it takes a lot of guts to be able to do that, to be able to say, hey, I really believe that I need to do this. And I think it speaks to the strength of him as a human being. And I think it's a good example to young drivers, like he said today, guys that might feel like that, they're not at a point in a career where they can actually speak up and say they have a problem. I think it's a great example of doing the right thing.
We'll go to the back to Woody, and then we'll come up front.
Woody came with Moran. Carl, a little off-the-wall question for you. With the Olympics starting up, I wonder how close attention you pay to that, and if you could pick one Olympic sport you could be good at, what would it be?
It'd be the bobsled for sure. That looks like a lot of fun. But yeah, my trainer, Dean Golich from Carmichael Training Systems, he's down there right now, and he's got some cyclists that he trains, and I've been kind of talking with him as we've led up to the Olympics, and getting a little bit of that inside scoop to how much pressure there is. I mean, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for many of the Olympians, and the mental side of it and the pressure and how much goes into that that's spectacular to me. It's like getting one shot at the Daytona 500 in your whole career, and to make a racing analogy. So for me, it's very interesting to watch and to see how everyone responds to that. I think it'll be a really great to watch.
We'll come up to your front left, Carl.
Since the repave, a lot of drivers use like seams in the track or the cement strips as breaking points or reference points, and now all those are gone. Just how much did the team have to change the car, and how much do you have to change how you drive this track now?
So we changed the car a little bit. And then for me as a driver, it did take me a little while. I don't remember all of my old marks. I just know that there's some new ones out there. It took me a little while to kind of get my marks right, and I ran over the curbs wrong a couple of times. I found some slick spots on the curbs, but yeah, that's fun. I mean, it's kind of fun to show up at a place and have to catalog everything and remember where all the speed is. Hopefully I can remember it by tomorrow when qualifying happens. But right now, I've got it all in there.
We'll stay up front. Go to Reed now.
Reed Spencer, NASCAR Wire Service. As a former ref guy, just wanted to know what your reaction was to Chris Buescher's win and whether you thought that was a pretty neat deal.
Yeah, I thought that was really neat. I mean, Bob Osborne and I won, I think it was 18 or 19 races together, and we've won there at Pocono. And I talked to Bob last weekend a little bit. Just called him on Saturday or Sunday and just check in, see how he was doing. And he's just an awesome guy. So I'm really happy for Bob, really happy for Chris. He's an amazing driver. Bob and I talked a while back, and Bob made a specific point. You know, it was 4 or 5 months ago. He said, "Man," he said, "Chris is so good." He said, "People don't realize how good this kid is." So hopefully they can get things rolling, get in the points, and maybe put something together for the end of the year.
We'll go to you right now.
Hi, Ed Coons from Speedway Media. I remember back here a few years ago when you ran around in a rental car with Boris Said, I believe. What's changed for you since that time? Your confidence compared, obviously it's better, but can you describe what it was like that first time coming around here and then compared to now?
So a little perspective for you guys. My first time here, I didn't even make it a full lap. I backed the 99 car right into the wall coming onto the front straightaway, and that was embarrassing. It was really embarrassing. A little later, while they were fixing my car, I was talking to Casey Mears, just shooting the breeze. He said, "Man, you see that idiot out there in that red and white car? He backed it in the first lap. He didn't have the number on it." I was like, "Casey, that was me." And so to come back here after that test, I also crashed the 60 car, the Xfinity car, and Brad Parrott was my crew chief, and he wouldn't unload the backup car. He said, "We're going to sit for a little while." He's like, "At the current rate, we're going to be going home in about 30 minutes if we unload it." So I was terrible here. And Boris Said helped me a ton. He helped me. Jack Roush used to have a program. Boris he'd call Boris in to go for a day with young guys like myself who didn't have any road racing experience. And I talked to Glenn Reen today, and I told him, "Hey, here's what Boris told me," and I kind of go through the list of things you have to do. And so, yeah, from then to now, to be fast here, to be at the top of the chart for a little while in practice and have a shot at winning these races is a big accomplishment for me.
Carl, good luck this weekend. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, guys.